from electric vision photography and such. Today we are editing a duck. I went out and took some pictures yesterday, and I figured that this was a good opportunity to kind of run you through my thought process, or try to anyway. So we'll see how this goes. So I guess let's get started. I've opened RawTherapee and pulled up my file. And the funny thing with this program is that when you open a picture, it will automatically adjust it for you. So, or try to pre-edit it. It's weird. I'm not really a fan. I like to start from the base. So I go up here, it says last saved, I hit neutral, and then I go to white balance, and it's already set to the camera, so I'll just reset everything, and you can see the color changed. So then we kind of get right into it. Highlight reconstruction, and it's a little bit dark, I think, so we'll bump up the exposure just a hair. That's a little bit much. Start with 50. And let's see here, highlight compression. Let's turn up the blacks a little bit. And the lightness. Okay, contrast. That's a little bit much. So this is basically just my style, and a way to show you how everything works. Like, there's a lot to this program. It's huge, and I used to use a different program before, although I can't remember what it's called right now. I haven't used it in a while. But it's really simple. So it's like the basic of the basic as far as editing raw files. But I felt like I had to get to know this program because there's a lot to it, and it can be really overwhelming at first. That's why I never used it for the longest time. But I figured I could just ignore the rest of this stuff down here, and just use just some basic editing tools for the time being. So yeah, it's starting to look a lot better at this point, I think. Sharpness is at 200. Let's bump this up. And zoom in here. It's 100%. I guess the eyes aren't really that sharp in this one. Okay. It's a pretty duck. I don't know, I quite like it. Most of this is just playing with the different settings to see what how each one affects the picture, and if you like it or not. So it's a whole bunch of trial and error. It's not, it's a little bit time consuming sometimes, depending on the picture, but just playing with the lightness and the contrast at this point, trying to figure out more or less how to kind of make the duck pop, I guess, more or less. But I have, I'm still trying to find my niche style, what I like. how I like my pictures, how to present them. Try turning up the exposure a little bit. Let's see. That's pretty strange. No. Yeah, 30's not too bad. All right, saturation. 10. Just trying to boost the color a little bit here. Let's see, maybe we can change the temperature a little bit. 4750. Let's try. Significantly warmer. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess that works. That's there's not a whole lot more to play with there, I don't think. Would make it more contrasty. And kind of takes away from the color after a while. Purple in his head. That's the part I really like. It matches the feathers. Everything just looks really cool. So I don't know. Just trying to make sure everything kind of stays intact, but enhances. You don't want to change the picture completely so that it looks processed. You just want to enhance it, enhance what's already there, so that the focus of the picture, like the duck in this case, you know, kind of pops and stands out from the rest of the picture, instead of looking like everything's flat and has no dimension at all. So, yeah, I think that's actually like, that's pretty good right there. I don't know, turn up the blacks a little bit, how I do. Yeah, that's pretty intense. I'm going to do anything like that. Stopping at 100 maybe. I guess I could put the info up here. There we go. So that tells you what camera I used, and it was not a Canon lens. It's actually a Sigma lens, but it is 55 to 200 millimeters. And I'm still working on the exposure triangle, trying to figure that out and try to get my exposure as spot on as possible. It's difficult to tell in the back of the camera on the screen. It seems as though you hit it, but you may not have. So you're not going to know anything until you get it into the processing. So it's good that this information is available in the program so that you can see like what your settings were at, so that you can change them, adjust them later. I guess there's something about it that's just not. Don't forget to enable the sharpening. When you hit neutral, that gets turned off. So I want to make sure to hit that one, because I forgot to do. And yeah, I don't know. Let's turn this 20. Yeah, that's right. Let's turn this up a little bit more. Back to 50. You want to do it in small increments. Like with certain things, you can kind of go way to the extreme just to see what the extreme effect is so that you can kind of adjust it somewhere in the middle or not, depending on what you're trying to do. But with things like saturation and contrast and stuff, you kind of want to go up in increments. I usually do like 5 or 10, like round numbers, just because it's easier to remember what you had it set at before, so you can switch it back if you don't like it or whatever. But yeah, I think this is definitely a little bit better than what we had going on before. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, see, his head's a little bit sharper now. And I don't think that this weird design thing on the wings, I don't think that's the camera. I think that's actually how their feathers look. I'm pretty sure. I don't think the camera did that. I've never seen that anywhere else. I don't think that's noise at all. I'm pretty sure that's the actual duck itself. So. Yeah, see the difference? Reset the contrast back to 0. And go back up to 40. And it pops. Contrast is huge. Contrast is like a magical tool. Like, I always change the contrast. I always bump it because it clears any haze that could be in the picture, and it just makes everything pop. Like it's great. Now I'm just playing with the blacks. They're also really handy, but not all the time, because the blacks can also like just eliminate any color, like it just expands the shadows or whatever it does. But it's really handy in like black and whites. It'll just like, it helps the contrast, like it boosts it so much. It's really awesome. And I don't know, I think that's it. I think we're done. It's hard to say. Why is it doing that? I like it. I don't know. I suppose I can play with the temperature a little bit. Let's see. It's a little bit cooler. That's really warm. Okay. Makes the water look more like water. There's also the tint. Now, I don't know, we can kind of boost that a little bit. Really changes the color. It's starting to look more purple now. But yeah, I don't really play with any of this other stuff at all. I just started using this program like a couple weeks ago. So it's just using the most minimal amount of settings that I possibly can to just enhance the photo. Because you start adding all this other stuff, and then like you overcomplicate things, and all of a sudden like you look at the before and you look at the after, and it's like not even the same picture anymore. And like some people, that's cool and they're into that, and that's fine. I just like enhancing the picture that's already there because it's a really nice picture, and sometimes, I don't know, it's just need to make it pop. So I suppose that's it. Anyways, thank you for watching if you got this far. I hope that my narrative was more entertaining than the music from the last video. I didn't really know what to do, so I figured I'd try this time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or want to know what a specific thing had to do with the program, I can try and learn that and make a video about it. Don't hesitate to comment. I suppose you could like it, and I guess subscribe if you like. I plan to do this on a fairly regular basis. I try to get out with my camera like a couple of times a week, if not more, depending on the weather. So I've already edited some pictures from this particular photo journey. I just saw this one and figured that it would be a cool, simple edit for video. So yeah, I suppose y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya.